Yo, what is up, everybody? Today we are looking at the second volume of Daredevil and Elektra, written by Chip Zdarsky, and it's really good. Who would have thought? This entire series is really good. This is just me saying, hey, this comic series that I'm reading, it's actually really good because it's really good. It's written really good. The art is really good. Everything about it is really good. What more can I say? Video over? Nah. We got to get into the plot synopsis, obviously. But yeah, jokes aside, this is a really good volume. Probably one of the best ones in this entire series. So yeah, let's just get into it. Why don't we? Anyway, first issue starts off with Daredevil giving all the inmates that he just broke out of the prison. Remember that last volume? He broke all the guys out of prison. That was pretty fun. Yeah, he broke them all out of prison, and now he called Dr. Sasquatch, who's originally Doc Samson. If you don't know who Doc Samson is, he's basically a Hulk character, and now he's got new powers after the whole Immortal Hulk stuff, where now he's in the body of Sasquatch. It's stupid and weird. I'll probably get into that if I ever do a breakdown on Immortal Hulk again. But yeah, Doc Sasquatch is basically giving them all therapy, and they're just all kind of crazy, obviously. One of the inmates named Bullet is also getting some therapy, and he basically just wants to be with his son, alive. Well, technically, that's a lie. His son is actually alive. He hit his son when he was fighting with Bullseye before he decided to team up with Bullseye again, because Bullseye obviously wants to know where his son is so Bullseye can kill him. Bullet is just like, yeah, I just want to be with my son. I don't want to really be here, but you broke me out of prison, so now I can never have another life, and you basically made me into a fugitive. And Daredevil was just like, nah, I helped you out. I want to help you. I want to, get you a better life so you can be with your son. And, Bullet is just like, dude, you broke me out of prison. I'm never going to have a regular life again. So, yeah, that's funny. They have that little conversation. Meanwhile, with Elektra, she's going to the president's office to kill him. Well, not to actually kill him. You see, the Hand basically killed all of the world leaders and is now controlling them via zombies. So, yeah, that's pretty crazy. So she goes off to the president, and unfortunately, Iron Man is also there to protect the president. So she fights Iron Man, manages to beat him, and the president just throws himself out the window because he is actually just a zombie, and he's just like, the Hand will controls everyone, and he's going to kill you, blah, 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 evil zombie ninja stuff. So, yeah, that's pretty crazy. Unfortunately, this was shown all over the news, so this kind of pissed Matt off, because now everybody thinks that Elektra killed the president, which didn't actually happen, but now everybody thinks that, and that put their entire operation in jeopardy. Anyway, next issue. The next issue, Daredevil decides to take a couple of those guys, of the inmates, out to the world to see what's going on. And, they all help to save a bunch of tenants being pushed out of their apartment building because it's being bought up by some giant CEO corporation or whatever. So they help them out, and then they, basically threaten the CEO with violence and stuff like that unless he stops trying to push people out of their homes and stuff. So that's a nice little training exercise to do, seeing all the villains get some more humanizing and stuff like that. I didn't really tell you the names of the villains. It's like Stiltman, Speed Demon, Bullet, obviously, a couple others. I think one symbiote lady named Agony. There's her. She usually trains with Elektra. That's where we find her after this event, and probably some others, but I forgot them. It doesn't matter. But anyway, after that, they go back to the island. Well, they are supposed to go back to the island, but Bullet is just like, listen, I can't keep doing this. I want to see my son. So Daredevil's just like, okay, fine. You could go see your son. We'll keep in contact with you just in case if anything happens. So they leave. Bullet leaves to find his son, and they leave back to the island. And, Daredevil and Elektra are just like, oh, by the way, the book of the Hand, the Fist, or whatever it's called, it's kind of writing itself, and it's telling you all the prophecies. So while, Daredevil is reading that, they get a message from Bullet. Apparently, the Hand took Bullet's son, and is now, trying to control him and stuff like that. Also, if you don't remember, last time I told you, the Punisher is the leader of the Hand now, so that's pretty crazy. So now, with Bullet's son on the line and Bullet himself being captured, they're just like, okay, we gotta hurry this up and go fight Train Castle and the Hand. And that's what happens next issue. And it is a giant freaking fight. Marco Cicchetto's going ham on this. It looks so super cool. It's just, fighting and violence, and they fight a dragon, and Daredevil and Punisher fight. It's fucking awesome. The fights are just, what can I say? It's just a really good issue. It's just them fighting. Also, Akka and Elektra fight again. Akka is just Elektra's teacher. She also has this pendant that supposedly has, the power within it that controls all of those zombie people. So that's good. She managed to get it off, but she also manages to get stabbed by Akka, so that's pretty bad. Daredevil also managed to get sliced in the eye, so yeah, that was pretty sick. But yeah, he manages to beat the Punisher, but they sort of lose the battle as they were just overwhelmed by like all of the undead ninja army that the Hand is. And they managed to retreat with the pendant. While that was happening, the heroes, specifically Iron Man, Spider-Man, and Captain America, finally figure out where they're hiding and go to take out Daredevil. Well, not take out, but take in the Daredevils, and along with all the other inmates who were just broken out of prison. So, yeah, that's gonna lead to some drama, if you know what I mean. Next issue is basically just a giant reveal issue. Basically, as I said before, the Strawmans are working with the Hand, and they kind of don't want the Daredevils to break their control over the world government, so they decide to do something a bit risky and send a ton of reset to the island because they somehow know where their island is at as well. While that's happening, Elektra, Daredevil, and Stick decide to try to destroy the pendant in order for all of the people to basically die and be free from, having been controlled by an undead ninja army. So they do that. While that's happening, Doc Sasquatch decides to leave with a couple of the villains, specifically Bullet, because he feels like this was basically just a lost cause, and Daredevil is basically manipulating these guys into being even more violent because that's just what's happening. Daredevil is super pissed at that. It's just like, "You're useless, Sasquatch! Useless!" And yells all that out. And it's kind of funny and also kind of sad, to see him just kind of go through a mental breakdown. But guess what? That's not the end of it, because there's more. As I said, they shoot the reset into the island because that's the Strawmans know where the island is at. And even worse, after the pendant is destroyed by Elektra and Stick, it turns out that Foggy, Daredevil's best friend that he took with him, he's dead, actually. He actually died in Devil's Reign arc. And so is actually, Stick is also dead, and they've just been controlled by the Hand this entire time. So that's how they knew that Daredevil and Elektra were on that island the entire time. So also, Foggy's also in hell, so that's kind of absolutely sad. That's super sad, actually. Oof. Yeah, so Daredevil basically sees his best friend die in front of his eyes, while Elektra sees Stick dies. And while that's happening, a reset is basically poisoning all the other villains, so now they're all fighting each other because they're super violent, because it's a super violent chemical. And while this is all happening, the Avengers decide to come in and just rain all over everybody's parade. So next issue is basically that. Spider-Man and Daredevil fight. They have this moral battle to see who's right with, Daredevil taking out the villain, so he thinks he could, help them out, while Spider-Man thinks that you shouldn't take out murderers from jail, obviously. That's happening. Elektra tries to fight Captain America and Black Panther. Doesn't work out well, and she gets beaten up. So Daredevil tries to get the Book of the Hand so that the heroes won't take it. And, as I said, he fights Spider-Man. And he manages to just narrowly beat him and go up to the Hand where Goldie is at. Also, I don't think I remember telling you this, but he also takes Goldie, the guy who, basically destroyed his life for, years. And he also took him when they were doing that whole prison breakout. But he has a power dampener on, so it doesn't try to destroy his life even more. Also, apparently, Goldie and the Book of the Fist are basically kind of connected, and that's how Goldie knows basically all of Matt's life and whatnot. So as that's happening, Daredevil's just like, wait a minute, if that's true, then what am I doing? What's its entire point? What's the point of this? Because he realized that Goldie wasn't the one controlling his life, it's just all been him, and it's all his fault this is happening. And Goldie's just like, yeah, it kind of sucks, buddy, but if you let me go, we could probably salvage this. So that's what happens. Daredevil lets Goldie go, and Goldie throws a rock at a mountain, and that creates a giant avalanche, basically destroying the entire island with Daredevil on it. And that's the end of that, sort of. It's a sort of, to be continuing ending like most of these comics are. But yeah, as I said, really good issue, really good volume. I liked it a lot. What else can I say? It's really quick too. There wasn't a lot of twists and turns other than Foggy being dead the entire time, which was really sad. But yeah, everybody gets arrested by the heroes, and Daredevil is presumed dead because he was caught in an avalanche, basically. So yeah, comment, subscribe, tell me what you like, what you dislike, and I'll see you next week because I do these videos weekly. Haha, bye!